Have you ever watched someone effortlessly work a room, speak with everyone confidently without stammering, and thought they must be born with it? I used to feel the same way, standing in corners at parties, rehearsing simple greetings like, "Hello, how are you?" or "What's your name?" like it was a TED Talk. Social anxiety isn't just uncomfortable, it's a thief that steals life's richest experiences from right under our noses. Consider my friend Jake, who once spent almost an hour in the bathroom stall during my cousin's wedding reception because his crush showed up unexpectedly. "I wasn't avoiding her," he later explained. "I was simply fixing my tie." Fixing your tie for almost an hour? Seriously? It's funny in hindsight, but it's a perfect example of how social anxiety makes us prisoners of our own making. The truth is, social confidence isn't something people are born with. It's a skill that can be mastered, just like learning to ride a bike or cook an omelet without creating a kitchen disaster. The difference between you and that natural socializer is practice, mindset, and a few strategic techniques that can rewire your brain's response to social situations. Research actually shows that socially anxious people are often more empathetic, observant, and attentive listeners, qualities that make them exceptional conversationalists once their anxiety is managed and mastered. This video provides 12 proven strategies validated by science and real-world success stories. From cognitive reframing techniques to graduated exposure exercises, you'll learn what it takes to master social anxiety and understand why I believe it is actually perfectly achievable. Let's dive in. Strategy number 1. Zip it and listen. The secret to better conversations. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Coincidence? Nope. It's life's way of telling you to listen twice as much as you talk. When you actually pay attention, instead of mentally rehearsing your response, you unlock a magical skill called effective listening. It builds trust, creates deep connections, and prevents you from blurting out something cringeworthy. Listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about catching the eye rolls, sighs, and eyebrow raises that say way more than actual sentences. When you show people you value their thoughts, they'll open up and maybe even stop dodging your calls. Plus, being a great listener makes you seem wise and mysterious, even if you're just thinking about snacks. So, put the phone down, nod like you mean it, and resist the urge to interrupt with, "That reminds me of this one time," because good listeners don't just hear, they understand. By the way, when I shared this video earlier today with my grandmother, guess what? She loved it. She said she believes it's impossible for anyone to watch this video and not subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel, click the like button, and share it with friends who might also benefit from these insights. Together, we can create a community dedicated to continuous learning and growth. Thank you so much, I appreciate you. Strategy number 2. Stay curious, not awkward. Have you ever been stuck in a conversation where both of you nod and sip your drinks in awkward silence? In this type of situation, you need to introduce the ultimate conversation lifesaver, curiosity-driven questions. They are sometimes referred to as open-ended questions. Sound familiar? Trust me, asking open-ended questions is like giving people a backstage pass to talk about their favorite subject, which, in most cases, is themselves. Suddenly, you're not just chatting, you're uncovering wild stories, deep thoughts, and maybe even a shared love for pineapple pizza or a heated debate about why it shouldn't exist. Curiosity also works wonders for social anxiety. Instead of overanalyzing your every word like a detective on a crime show, you focus on the other person. And just like that, you eliminate the pressure and you build real connections. And guess what? People love feeling heard. So by showing genuine interest, you're not just making conversation, you're making friends. So next time you're in a social situation, channel your inner detective, ask great questions, and listen like you're about to win a trivia contest. Because the more curious you are, the more interesting and less awkward life gets. Strategy number 3. Talk less, gesture more. They say actions speak louder than words, which is great news for anyone who's ever blurted out something embarrassing mid-conversation. First up, mirroring. This doesn't mean copying someone like an annoying little sibling, but subtly matching their posture, gestures, or expressions. It's like a social cheat code that makes people think, "Hey, this person gets me," without you even saying a word. Then there's energy and tone matching. Have you ever talked to someone whose enthusiasm was 100 while yours was a solid 2? Awkward, right? Yes. Adjusting your tone and vibe to theirs creates a natural flow, making conversations feel smooth instead of forced. And don't forget nonverbal cues. Raised eyebrows? They're surprised. Arms crossed? Maybe defensive or just cold. Reading these signals helps you respond better, making you seem socially savvy instead of clueless. Mastering body language won't just make you a better communicator, It'll make you the human equivalent of a conversation ninja. Strategy number 4, mastering conversations. Ever had a conversation that felt like a never-ending game of verbal ping pong, with both of you just lobbing awkward small talk back and forth? Fear not. With the right techniques, you can steer conversations like a pro, no GPS required. First up, the question funnel. Start broad, like, what do you do for fun? And work your way down to specifics, like, why do you own 37 pet lizards? This keeps people talking and helps you avoid dead-end responses like, I don't know. Next, the memory palace. Picture a giant mental mansion where you store conversation details like trophies. Oh yeah, Jeff loves skydiving. Boom. Instant connection next time you chat. No more embarrassing, wait, what was your name again? Moments. In addition, ask questions that actually make people think. Instead of, how's your day? Try, what's the weirdest thing that happened to you today? Watch their face light up as they tell you about the seagull that stole their sandwich. Master these and you'll never suffer through awkward silence again. Strategy number 5. Keep the social wheels turning. Social skills are like Wi-Fi signals. If you don't keep them active, they get weak and glitchy. That's why social momentum is key. The more you engage with people, the smoother your conversations become, and the less likely you are to panic and say something weird. Think of it like going to the gym, but instead of lifting weights, you're lifting conversations. Even short chats like complimenting someone's dog or making small talk with your barista help build confidence. Before you know it, you're navigating group discussions like a social ninja. Daily practice is where the magic happens. Athletes don't just train once a month and expect to win championships, so why should your social game be any different? Consistently putting yourself out there keeps your skills sharp and makes interactions feel effortless. So, embrace the awkward good mornings, the casual check-ins, and the friendly banter, because the more you talk, the better you get. Strategy number 6. Keep the chat rolling like a pro. Have you ever been in a conversation so dull you started mentally reorganizing your fridge? Avoid that fate by using a few clever tricks to keep things lively and fun. First up, conversational threads. Think of them like loose sweater strings. Pull one, and suddenly, you're deep in a discussion about why giraffes have such long necks. Spoiler, nobody really knows. Instead of letting topics fizzle out, dig deeper and see where they lead. Next, open loops. These are like cliffhangers in a TV show. Drop an intriguing question or idea, but don't answer it right away. Something like, remind me to tell you about the time I accidentally crashed a wedding, and boom, they have to stick around now. And don't forget topic weaving. Jump between related subjects like a conversational gymnast. Started with travel, now you're onto favorite foods, then weird restaurant experiences, and suddenly you're laughing about that time you mistook wasabi for guacamole. Strategy number 7. Be the Sherlock of socializing. Use conversation gold. Ever had someone remember your favorite snack from a passing conversation? Feels great, right? That's the magic of context banking. Mentally storing key details people share so you can reference them later. It's like having cheat codes for friendships. Hey, how's that pottery class going? And boom, you've unloaded instant connection points. Then there's the permission structure, which sounds fancy, but it simply means making follow-ups feel natural. If someone mentioned a big job interview, checking in later with a simple, how'd it go, shows you actually care, not just making small talk to fill the silence. And let's not forget thoughtful engagement. Instead of treating every chat like it disappears into the void, circle back to past topics. It's like planting seeds for future conversations, except instead of vegetables, you're growing relationships. By remembering the little things and showing genuine interest, you turn casual chats into meaningful bonds. Plus, people love talking to someone who actually listens. Now listen, I've uploaded part 2 of this video, but before you jump to part 2, if you haven't, please take a minute to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with friends who might also benefit from these insights. Together, we can create a community dedicated to continuous learning and growth. After subscribing, click the link in the description to proceed immediately to part 2 of this wonderful exposition. We truly appreciate you. Thank you.